If you own a 2003 Ford Explorer like mine pictured here, or a 2002, or even 2004, basically any of the third generation Ford Explorers, then this code P0775 just may be the bane of your existence. If you've done any research on the internet, you'll find that it's a very common cause. Many people are upset about this code. You're right, I have a 2002 and 2004. Both overdrive lights are flashing. What the bleep is going on, Ford? There's another comment. I bought two Ford Explorers and they have the same code, P0775. If that's not common, what is? Another comment, this is very common. Google it, and this is very true. You will find thousands of consumers with this issue. There should be a class action lawsuit. What there should have been is a recall by Ford, and there almost was, but that's another story. This is how to deal with it. After $700 worth of parts, it still isn't fixed. So these comments just go on and on. But what I'm going to show you is what it causes, and most importantly, how to deal with it to pass any inspection. So the first thing we're going to do is go for a little drive. As you see, my check engine light is on. So let's put it in drive, take a little cruise, and see what this error code is causing. What the code indicates is it's called a pressure control solenoid B malfunction. And that little $10 solenoid is located in the completely sealed transmission of the third generation Ford Explorer. Now, it's only $10 to replace that, but again, the amount of money required to get into that sealed transmission for such a minor job can run as much as $2,000. I know people that have spent it, and it's ridiculous. Here I am driving, everything runs great. I haven't got the light show yet. Usually the light show is the overdrive light flashing, and hopefully I'll get that soon so I can show you guys, but I shall cruise on. Okay, so as you see, the light show has begun. My overdrive light is flashing on and off, sorry. The check engine light remains lit. And occasionally you'll have the four-wheel drive high light, if you have the four-wheel drive model, flashing on and off with the overdrive light. I call it the light show because it's just, you have 3 lights lit at any given time on your dash, and really nothing even close to major wrong with the vehicle. What can be wrong is that you have to be careful with how it shifts. For instance, I don't just floor it to the ground, otherwise it'll go right to red line before it shifts. I have to let off and let it shift, and so on. And if you drive the car nice and normal like that, it's otherwise a beautiful vehicle. They can oftentimes be bought relatively cheap, and they're great for hauling, great for towing, no problems besides this little bastard of a code. And next I'm going to show you how to get rid of it. Alright, so let's get this vehicle to pass inspection when it's only throwing that P0775 code. The first piece of equipment, and only piece of equipment you're going to need, is this. It's called an Actron P0775 auto scanner. And currently, as I turn off the screen, Currently on Amazon, it is going for $124.99, which seems kind of high to me. I believe I got mine. Maybe I got it for a half off discount or whatever, but it was, I thought I paid $75 at Advanced Discount Auto Parts. Anyway, even if at $124.99, it's worth its weight in gold. And this is the piece right here. And I'll show you why this one is critical. So the first step we're going to do is take the plug and plug it into the ODB2 port, which is located under the center dash. Not the center dash, under the driver's dash. And it's kind of at an angle. Let me get some light and come back. Okay, so you want this sort of orientation when plugging in under the dash here. It's hard to see, and if you need the lights, get them out, but it's easier just to kind of feel around for it. There it is. Boom, I'm plugged in. Take the reader. Okay, let's go to the reader here. And let's read the codes, just to make sure that's the only code I have coming back. Read codes. Okay, 1 of 1, P0775. The scanner's great because it even tells you how much that piece costs, and it says $10. However, of course, it doesn't say that the work required to do it will run you from $1,000 to $2,000, depending on how good a friend you have in the car repair business. But anyway, we're gonna get around this. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna go erase codes. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. Communicating with the vehicle. Okay, now my code is gone because in New York State, which is where I am, and they have the strictest, well, I only know Pennsylvania besides that. Pennsylvania and Florida, which has no inspection. New York has very strict inspection, and one requirement is that there's no check engine light on. Okay, however, if you just clear this code and then take the vehicle in for inspection, they're going to see that that doesn't work out, and I'll show you why. Why is because it's going to show that the drive cycle has not been completed when they plug in their computer to do the computer inspection. So what we want to do is use our scanner again. We're going to scroll down until we see drive cycle monitor. Press enter. Communicating with the vehicle. Okay, so you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drive cycle monitors are all registering incomplete. The rule in New York is that you can have one of these drive cycle monitors incomplete and you can pass inspection. You can't have two. Of course, you can have 0, but you can have one. So the key is to drive around with this Actron plugged in, and in approximately anywhere from 5 to 10 miles, all of these drive cycles will start completing and they'll just start falling off. And once you get down to 2, you get close to the inspection station. And once it drops down into 1, which I would recommend just driving around the block near the inspection station you're going to use, as soon as that drops to only one of these left, meaning there's currently 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, soon there'll be 4, then there'll be 3. Once it gets down to 1, you pull right into inspection and you will pass 100% of the time. I guarantee it. I've done it for the past 3 years and have shared this information with many friends, and it's time that it was shared on the internet because it is just not fair the amount of money this stupid $10 solenoid code is causing on an otherwise great vehicle. As you can see, I've cleared that code, but I still have that OD light flashing, and that can come on at any time. It has a life of its own. It'll come on, it'll flash, it'll turn the nightclub on. Its buddy will come on, the four-wheel drive high over here, and when the check engine light is on, which is most of the time, unless you go through this series I've showed you, you know, it's a light show. But anyway, this flashing OD light with the check engine light off has no effect. You will pass inspection, so do not worry about that. Okay, so I'm at the 2.6 mile mark since I cleared the check engine, and as you see, one of the drive cycles has completed and has fallen off, so 3 left to go before inspection. Remember, you have to have 1 left, because if you let them all clear, once all of the 5 drive cycles have completed and cleared, that check engine light will come back on. You will not pass inspection. So the key is to get down to where there's only 1 drive cycle left. So that's why I'm keeping this plugged in, and this scanner allows you to monitor those drive cycles in real time, and that's what makes a difference with this one. It's possible there's a scanner that does the same for cheaper. I don't know of it, but as long as it monitors drive cycles in real time, then you can see them fall off as they're completed. As you can see, we still have 4 that are incompleted. We want to get down to where there's just 1, so we need 3 more of these to fall off. Okay, as we see, 2 of the drive cycle monitors have completed and have dropped off, and only 2 remain, and that is at 11.1 miles since I've cleared the check engine light. Alright, now we've reached the point we want to be at. 3 of the drive cycle monitors have dropped off. It happened at 13.4 miles. Focus. It happened at 13.4 miles since I reset the check engine light. So now you want to be very close to wherever you're going to have the vehicle inspected, because once that second to last one drops off and you only have 1 left, that's when you want to pull in and pass inspection, such as right now. See, I have 1 left. It happened at 14 miles, and I'm just cruising around on the interstate back and forth from exits, so, you know, I would already be by wherever I wanted to get the vehicle inspected, because I have 1 drive cycle monitor that hasn't completed yet. My check engine light is not on, and I would pass inspection in New York. Okay, so I've pulled into my makeshift inspection station here. As we see, I have 1 drive cycle monitor left. My check engine light is not on. My overdrive light is doing its disco fever dance, but the main critical aspect is that check engine light is not lit. Now, if I let all these cycles complete and this last one drop off, that check engine light is going to be coming on following this dropping off very quickly. So this is when we want to be in our inspection station, which this is not. This is a gas station, but you get my drift. And the last thing you need to do before getting inspection is to unplug your little friend here, seal them away in your bag, and carry on, because they don't need to know anything about that process. Good luck and God bless.